back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, you should be subscribed by now. Okay, we got some more content coming out. All right, today we are going to be talking about perfume, as you can see by the title of this video. Super excited. It honestly came to my head when I was shooting content for Prada. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I got to work with Prada and shoot content for their new perfume called Paradoxe. It was really great. I'm going to show it here, just a few shots that I took. That was not the concept that I had initially. I actually wanted to shoot content in Florida because I went to Florida like the week before I shot this the week before I shot this content, I went to Florida. And this is the thing that I hate when it comes to working with companies and brands. They'll contact me and be like, hey, we want to send you some products and work together. Like, can you send over your rates and then your address to have it shipped to? I send it over and they're like, okay, we're going to ship it out within like 5-7 days. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I travel a lot, I always like to keep in mind where I'm going to be in 5 to 7 days. So I always like to get in the location that works best. And I did that. And it did not show up on time. So I was not able to shoot content in Florida, but I think the content I shot still looked pretty good. You make it work the way you can. So they loved it. I got feedback and they were like, oh my God, we love your content. So they liked it, so I must have did something right, But I got to shoot content for them and I wanted to make this video to kind of talk about that perfume and also some of my other favorites, because I'm in like my grown woman perfume era now. All thanks to TikTok. All of these perfumes I'm about to show you in this video, I honestly got them from TikTok. A lot of the ladies on TikTok have suggested them. Some of them I just got because I got to work with the company, but I ended up loving it. So we're gonna show you all of that, okay? And I also would like to know everybody's favorite scent. I'm really curious to know, what is everybody's signature scent that they swear by, or what is like a new scent that you got to try out? I want to know everything. Comment all of that below, but let's get into the video. I do have my phone with like notes because I want to make sure I touch base on everything, and I cannot just remember everything that I want to say for this kind of video. So I do have my phone, so if I look down a little bit, it's just because I'm looking at my phone, promise you. But let's start with talking about Prada's Paradoxe. It looks like that, as you can see. First of all, the bottle, guys, when they sent me the campaign brief, I was like, this bottle is gorgeous. I love the bottle, okay? It is their signature triangle logo, and then it just says Prada Milano. It's just gorgeous, so gorgeous. And like I just like lay it like this on my vanity that's like literally right here. All of my perfumes are right here, so I'm just grabbing it from there. But it's gorgeous bottle. It's like my favorite thing about it, honestly. But on the website they describe it, okay, I'm gonna read directly from the website. Feminine floral fragrance inviting to explore and express the paradoxical multi-dimensions of women. I think that's pretty nice. The celebration of being never the same, always yourself. So when I worked with them, they did emphasize that part especially. It's about uniqueness and kind of about yourself. So I had to sort of incorporate that in my content, which is why in the content you saw, like I paired the pink top with the pink. It's literally pink perfume. That's the one thing that they loved about it. I love pink. Okay, when I saw this perfume, I just thought to myself, this is just so, I don't know, it's just so girly, It's probably not the best way to describe it, but that's just how, when I opened, I was like, it's just so girly. Like, I love it. It's for the girls, So that's how they describe it on the website. It is a floral ambery fragrance. So as you could tell probably by the color right off the bat, lots of florals going on in the notes, specifically neroli, jasmine, and white musk. So if you're into floral scents, I think this will be really great, especially for the springtime. I definitely think I'm going to be using this the most during the spring because I just feel like it's just perfect. It just screams springtime fragrance. So would highly recommend. We're approaching spring, as you can see. And let me tell you the best part about this bottle, because it gets better. It gets better. It is a refillable bottle. Yes. They give you the ability to refill this bottle when you run out. Let me show you. So this is the box that the refillable bottle comes in. I did get it for free because, I got to work with them. They sent me everything for free. It comes with instructions right on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that too well. Oh, it's a little bit bright. But it comes with instructions right here on the side on how to do it once your original bottle runs out. And let me show you guys how it looks. It honestly looks very simple, and it looks like that. Okay, yep, it's that big. It's literally that big. It is not included when you purchase the perfume. It is $130, but let me tell you why it is worth it. It amounts to 2 bottles of this. So when you run out of this, you already have a bottle ready to go. Like, you literally just have to refill it, and then when you run out of it again, you can refill it again. It literally amounts to 2 of those bottles. So I think that's pretty worth it. Honestly, I think it's better than running out and then realizing, oh my god, I have to pay like another $100 some more for a new bottle. Like, you can literally save money by getting the refillable bottle for the next 2 bottles worth of perfume. Like, I think that's worth it. I don't even think I'm gonna run out of this in a year. Like, and then I have this, so I don't think I'm ever gonna run out of Paradoxe, y'all. I think I'm good for life. So this is really great. Let me talk about one perfume that should have done it this way. Okay, way back when, I honestly cannot remember the year, but I got to work with L'Oreal to promote their Idôle. Okay, I'm not that amazing at French, so I may not be saying it right, but Idôle, I took a little bit in high school though, so I know a little bit of something. But this is called Idôle. As you can see, it is empty because I got it either sophomore or freshman year of college. Got to shoot really great content for them here, and I used it all throughout. Like, it really is a great scent, and I was like still getting into grown women scents, so when I received it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be using this like all the time, and I did, because it's empty. But when they asked to work with me, they asked me to emphasize the bottle being refillable. Okay, it's refillable. So they said, when I ran out, I went to Sephora to see maybe they can refill it there. They were like, oh, we don't refill it here. The specifics, they call it refill stations that refill it. So they did not have a refill station. So then I went to Ulta. They also did not have a refill station. So at this point I was like, so where the hell are these refill stations? Come to find out, you need to look for them online to see where the nearest one is. I do that. There is no refill station near me. Most of them are in Europe because it's L'Oreal. It's literally based in Europe. So at that point I'm like, so this is refillable, but I have no way of refilling it? What's the point? You know, it was a little bit upsetting actually, because I really do like this perfume, but I can't refill it. I have literally no way of refilling it. So Idôle, L'Oreal, they need to do the same thing that Prada is doing, and I just dropped one of the perfumes, and get refillable bottles that customers can access easily. Okay, because I literally am gonna have to get a new bottle of this, which I don't want to do, but I am, because it is a good scent. It's also a floral scent. This is another one I want to just quickly touch base on. Floral, with, I have notes here, notes of jasmine absolute, radical rose, essence, clean chypre accord. Okay, so it is mostly floral. The bottle, so they emphasize the bottle being like ethical and whatnot because it's very thin, as you can see, so it doesn't take up a lot of space on your vanity, which is really great. But the thing is, the design's a little bit flawed. Because it's so thin, it does not stay up on my vanity. I remember when I was using it, I would always have to lay it flat because anytime I would open or close my dresser, it would just fall. So, and it's glass, so I did not want it to end up breaking. So I can't say that the thin bottle is a great design, but it's cute. It's chic, I guess. But Zendaya was actually the face for this perfume, so I don't know. I feel like if Zendaya trusts this scent, you should trust the scent. I really liked it. So I will have to get a new bottle pending that purchase. But yeah, that's Prada Paradoxe for you. I give it a really good 10 out of 10, honestly. I really love it. Idôle, I would give a 9 out of 10, just because, honestly, 8.5 out of 10. Just because I think that if you're gonna advertise it as refillable, make that accessible for customers. And the bottle is a little too thin for my personal liking, but it's a really great scent. So the next one we're going to talk about is my OG scent. Okay, this is the first scent that I was introduced to by a designer. Okay, a lot of these are designer brands, but this scent, you guys, this is Gabrielle by Chanel. Okay, you can't really see it too well. I have close-ups of each of these for a reason, okay, because you can't see it too well here. Can you see that better? But this is Chanel Gabrielle. I I just like, I don't even know where to start with this scent. So high school, I think it was like either freshman or sophomore year, I went to a boarding school. So whenever I'd come home, you know, I'd always like sneak into my mom's room and see like what she had that was new in her vanity and like check out her makeup and stuff. My sister and I always did that. She hates it, but that's the best part about having daughters. Like, come on, we're supposed to take your stuff. And she had this perfume that was sitting in her vanity, because my mom is the type to get perfumes to try out, but she'll get like the full size and barely touch it because she's very picky about her scents. So when she gets used to using something, getting her to not use it is very hard. So she'll be looking at other scents, but she's not really going to use it. And this was one of them. She had a full bottle of this sitting on her vanity, and I was like, she's not even using it. So I remember I sprayed it a little bit on myself, and I was like, oh, I like this. And I kind of like went downstairs, and she was like, what does that smell? And I was like, nothing. She was like, are you wearing perfume? Like, what perfume is that? And I was like, well, it's from your room. I got it from your room. And she was like, oh, it smells really good on you. And I was like, so then you should just give it to me. Just give it to me. And she's like, no, it's mine. My mom is very possessive of her things. So she was like, no, it's mine. I got it. So it's for me. I still took it. I took that perfume, I put it to use because she's just wasting her money. I put it to use, okay? And ever since then, I've always lived by this scent. It's so amazing, okay? I think what really drew me to it was I felt like it was very, how would I describe it? I felt like it was very sophisticated. I think that's the best way to describe it. I felt like it's very grown woman, but not too grown woman, because I was in high school. I had no business wearing something that was too grown woman that made me smell like way too old. No offense to like the older women, but there are some scents like by Chanel that I feel like are a little bit older women like Mademoiselle. My mom also had Mademoiselle. I sprayed it and I was like, I don't like this. This just smells too grown. Like I feel like this is not for me. So I ended up smelling this one. I was like, this feels grown but still young, you know, like it just feels very sophisticated, you know. That's the best way I would describe it, honestly. But on the website they describe it as a more voluptuous, intensely feminine interpretation of the original Gabrielle Chanel luminous floral fragrance. So this is actually the essence. I want to highlight that because when I used my mom's bottle, that bottle carried me all the way to the end of high school. It was a really great size. But once I ran out, it was like, I think my 21st or 22nd birthday was around the corner. I think it was my 22nd birthday, it was right around the corner. And my sister was like, oh, what do you want? And I was like, oh, like you could get me some beauty products, because she and I are really into beauty products. So she got me the essence, which I didn't even know existed. When she got it for me, I was like, oh, you got me the essence. She was like, yeah, I hear this one is actually better. It's just like the original one, but a little bit more intense, but still very light. And they're not lying, okay? On the website, they describe the notes as a more intense than the original and also warmer notes. So there are notes of grass tuberose, jasmine, lang lang, and orange blossom, okay? So it's a gorgeous scent. Honestly, I recommend this to anybody who's trying to get into finding a really good scent for themselves. I find that this scent just works for me. So I love this, okay? I rotate all of my scents. It's all dependent on how I'm feeling, where I'm going, what the event might be. But this one, if I'm just trying to put something quick on, you know, quick spritz, it's always gonna be Gabrielle. So I give Gabrielle 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. The next scent we're gonna get into, which is like a classic apparently in like, you know, perfume TikTok world. I feel like I've seen this scent so many times, and all of the different versions. There are different versions of the, I want to make sure I say this right, okay? It's the Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent, okay? Look, I told y'all, not amazing at French, but Yves Saint Laurent YSL, we're gonna just say YSL. YSL has so many different great scents in their Libre perfume. Me personally, I only live by Intense. Libre Intense, okay? Libre Intense is that girl. Now, I want to give a little bit of a backstory. I have never been the biggest fan of vanilla scents, okay? Especially when it's overpowering. I get so sick. Like, some women love vanilla, like they love dousing themselves in something vanilla. And it used to make me want to gag and throw up. Like, it was just too much. I don't know exactly what they used to be wearing back in the day, but it was a lot. And so when I was looking for scents, I was like, I don't want to do too much vanilla, but I want to experiment with vanilla. And this is what I experimented with, and I'm really glad I did. I saw so many TikTok videos where ladies were saying if you want something with a good hint of vanilla, that's still very long lasting, bit stronger than the original scent, this is perfect. I was worried about it being a bit too strong, but when I smelled it in store, I was like, oh, I'm sold. Get it for me. Get me the smallest bottle. I always get the smallest bottles just because I love the rotate perfumes, and I find that getting the big bottle is kind of pointless. This is still a good amount, I feel like, compared. I think the big bottle was like at least this big, and I was like, listen, this is just in my rotation. I don't need the big bottle, okay? This is honestly a perfect amount. And I also have the travel size because when I was going to Turks, I was like, honestly, I want to be wearing this perfume. And I don't want to take this big bottle. So I ended up getting a smaller size for Turks because it is that good. It is worth it. And I will say that they describe it as the more sensual take on the iconic YSL Libre Eau de Parfum. So it's honestly just a better version of the original, is what I like to say. The original is very floral, but Intense has signature notes of lavender essence, orange blossom, and warm vanilla. Emphasis on the vanilla, okay? Because you can smell it. It's amazing. So I give it a 10 out of 10. And this is the travel size bottle, just to kind of see that, you see. Very good size too. Like, I took it to Turks and it was perfect, literally. Perfect size to take with me, and I smell good throughout that trip because it will have you smelling delicious. The next scent we're going to get into is the iconic, ooh, it's gonna fall. The iconic Valentino. You can see here, okay, the Valentino Born in Roma perfume. So this is a travel size. I'm gonna explain. I actually have two of them. So I initially got this one. This is the one that you'll find in Sephora, and I'm pretty sure Ulta as well. I got this when I was shopping in Florida, was traveling, and I was just shopping around, and I was like, oh, I always see this perfume like everywhere. And then my sister really likes this perfume, and I was like, oh, I should get the travel size, see if I really like it. And I do like it. It's really, really nice. But then I want to say a couple months later, I was contacted by Valentino through a third-party company that handles like influencer marketing. And they're like, oh, we'd love to work with you. We'd love to send you some of our Born in Roma samples. And they sent me this bottle, which I love way more than this bottle. I just feel like this one looks better. I don't know. I use this one more, and I travel with this one. I can still travel with this one too, but I like the way this one looks, okay? It's a glass, really thin bottle, just looks better. And it's really great perfume. I got to work with them. I shot content in Florida with this one. So that came out really well. It looks like that over there, okay? Now I'm thinking about it, I've actually been working with a lot of perfume companies. Go me. Go me. I want to work with more. I love working with them because you get free perfume and then you get to shoot some fun content. So yeah. But Born in Roma is offered in 3 duos, but this is like the OG one. You know, everybody lives by this one, the pink one. Okay, I think there's also yellow, and then I think there's, I forget the other color. I remember the one of them is yellow. But it comes with notes of jasmine sambac, woody scent of cashmere, and vanilla bourbon. Very nice. So it's like a floral and vanilla mixture, just like YSL, but I feel like YSL is definitely stronger. This is very light, a little bit too light for my liking, just because I like to make sure my scent is prominent. Like when I'm walking by someone, I want them to be like, oh, she smells good. I love that. Okay, that's such a good feeling when someone's like, oh, you smell yummy. And I feel like this scent can do that, but you really gotta I feel like you gotta put a lot. I feel like you gotta kind of build up on it. It is very light, but I think that's the reason why a lot of people like this, because you don't want anything that's too overbearing. I know my mom is one of those women who likes a scent that, you know, is prominent, but it can't be too strong. Otherwise it makes her lightheaded. So I feel like this is that one. Not too strong, very light, but it's a good blend of floral and vanilla. And I just think that, you know, if you're down to layer, you can layer. Very simple. But yeah, I would give this one a good, I'd give it a good 8.9 out of 10. Okay, the next scent we're gonna get into now. I'm going to butcher this name. Okay, a lot of these are European companies, obviously, because the names are tough to say, but we're gonna try. Okay, we're gonna try. So this is Maison Francis Kurkdjian. It's that last part. Okay, I think I said the beginning very well though. You guys have to give me the credit. But it is the typical brand that every girl on TikTok, I feel like, talks about. This is the OG scent, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I see this scent all the time. But my sister actually really likes the red one. I heard the red one is way better. I did not get to sample the red one, which makes me so upset because I went to Bloomingdale's one time, way back when, to sample the original one. I did not like it. Okay, all of the ladies on TikTok were saying this brand is it, you know, it's luxurious, it smells good. I really feel like it's just luxurious because the OG one, I did not like it. It was too woody. Like, I felt like I was smelling wood. And the woman there who was like, you know, guiding me, she was like, well, yeah, I think all of their scents actually have woody notes. So it's a woody scented brand, essentially. And I was like, oh, I'm not used to that. I'm used to vanilla and floral. So you're gonna have to show me what are the best ones for someone like me. You know, I feel like you have to find a scent that works for you. Not a scent that works for everybody else, but just you. So she guided me a little bit. I got to smell the OG one, didn't like it. There was a pink one, I also didn't like that one. I think I didn't smell the red one. I should have, but I think next time when I go back, I will. And then the black one. The black one is actually really nice. I will give them that. The black one I smelled and I was like, ooh, this is nice. But I was like, I don't know if I'm really into it enough to buy it because this brand is not cheap, y'all. Okay, this brand costs a lot of money. All right, this is the smaller bottle, in fact, for a reason, because the bigger bottle is like $275. I think this one was like 100 some more. I can't remember exactly, but it was definitely in the hundreds. But if you want the bigger one, which is like the cube size one, it's literally like $270 some, like close to 300. So it's not cheap, okay? And I feel like if you're gonna spend that much money, you better really like the scent, all right? And I did not really like the OG, so I was smelling all different ones until we came down to this one. So that day she told me, she was like, they actually just came out with a new scent. Now, if you don't know, they label their scents by numbers, okay? They don't typically go by certain names, they just do it by numbers. So this is number 724. She described it as the perfect day scent. That was the first time I had ever heard somebody say a day scent. I was like, a day scent? Ooh, people are doing day scents now? She's like, yeah, you know, it's a perfect scent for during the day. And I was like, whoa, what's the difference? Like, and then it hit me, I was like, yeah, well, it's true. Some people like to have a scent for the day and then the perfect scent for night, you know? Or some scents work as both. But this one in particular, she said, I would use this during the day and only during the day because it's a very fresh type of perfume. It's very fresh. I think that's honestly the only way you can describe this perfume. Is fresh. On the website, they describe it as, it is the sensation of clean, energizing freshness with notes of white sandalwood, aldehydes, bergamot, and fresh white flowers, jasmine, and musk. So it's very fresh, but it still has a little bit of floral going on with it, but mostly its freshness is the biggest thing to highlight. Its inspo is actually from Urban Landscape. So when you go on the website and you see this perfume, they actually have it pictured with like skyscrapers and stuff like that. I thought that was a little bit odd. Even when I was testing this perfume in Bloomingdale's, like all the pictures around it was like skyscrapers and like city life, and it's because the inspo is from Urban Landscapes and they emphasize the city and urban accord. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I guess it's supposed to, you know, connect to the freshness. I feel like the city's not typically fresh. I think the city's typically dirty, but I digress. Okay, I digress. It's besides the point. Just know that very fresh scent. I typically like to use it after a good workout, you know, take a nice shower and then just spray a little bit as soon as I get out of the shower and then layer with my moisturizing balm, lotion, you know, oil, all that good stuff. And it leaves me smelling like, honestly, it really leaves me smelling like a freshly bathed baby. That may seem not right to describe it that way, but it makes sense. You know, when a baby is like just had their bath and they're all clean, they're all smelling nice. I really feel that way when I get out of the shower and I spray this and I layer everything else. I just feel like I smell clean, you know? So I recommend this, I really do. If you don't want to use it in a day, you're not obligated to, but she did describe it as a perfect day scent. So if you're looking for a day scent, get you one, because this is mine. I didn't even need a day scent. I just ended up getting one, but would highly recommend this one. So next one, we're very close to the end, y'all. The next one we are going to discuss is the latest purchase that I did from Sephora. I actually need to go back and make some more purchases because I want some more perfume. But it is the KayAli Lovefest Burning Cherry number 46. This is the travel size bottle, okay? Because first of all, this was my first time experimenting with cherry scents. I'm not the biggest fan, guys. I got to smell Tom Ford's cherry scent, and I did not like it. Maybe I needed to warm up to me, but I didn't like it, guys. I really didn't like it. I was like, the girls have been talking about how much they love Tom Ford's cherry perfume. But my sister lives by this perfume, so I got to smell hers when I went home for the holidays, and I was like, oh, this is nice. It's really nice. And even when I smell it now, I'm like, this is really, really nice. So KayAli has different, so if anybody didn't even know, KayAli is through Huda Beauty, and her scents are literally just like amazing. I got to smell other ones. I can't remember exactly the names, but so amazing. It is described as a mesmerizing fragrance. That's how they would describe it. And honestly, I would describe it the same way. When I first smelled it, I was like, oh my God. I was amazed. I seriously was. It has notes of burning cherry, obviously, raspberry, praline, and guaiac. I think I'm saying that right. Guaiac wood. Okay, so it has a little bit of wood notes, a little bit of a woody scent going on with it, but you mostly smell the burning cherry, and it literally smells just like that. Like when I first saw it, I was like, burning cherry, yeah, it smells exactly like that. So if you're somebody who's into cherry scents and you've never got to try this yet, honey, go to Sephora and get it, because let me tell you this, they are sold out in so many different Sephoras. I went to one Sephora, sold out. Went to another one, sold out. So if you can find it in Sephora, go get it. I don't think Ulta has it, because I don't even think Ulta sells Huda Beauty, so I don't believe Ulta will have it. So if you can get to a Sephora to get this, grab it, honey. Its fragrance family is described as luscious, woody, and mesmerizing. So I give it a really good, I would give it a 9 out of 10, just because I am still getting used to burning cherry scents, or just cherry scents in general, but this is a good start. Yeah, this is a really good start. I don't know if I would continue, because like I said, I didn't like the Tom Ford, but this right here was a perfect start. So if anybody has any recommendations for cherry scents, please comment them so I can check them out. Now, last but not least, I don't want to talk too much about this one because it is a roller ball. I hate roller balls, guys. I really do. I find that roller balls are just so, like, just ineffective. I feel like it just takes away the potency from the actual perfume. Because I have the Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, and it's an amazing scent. I got to sample it in Sephora. That's how I ended up getting the roller ball, but I was not aware that it was a roller ball until I bought it. And it's not a big deal. Like, obviously it's still effective, it still works, but like, it's just not as effective as I want it to be, as opposed to being able to spray, you know? Like, it would have been nice to have it in a bottle like this and not the roller ball. But I settled for the roller ball because I wanted to get used to the scent. I didn't want to just buy the bigger bottle and then I end up not liking it, you know? But I really do like it. This scent is sexy. I would say this is my sexiest scent that I own, and I feel like just based off of the name, like Very Good Girl, like it already screams sexy, okay? Just the name itself. The original I think comes in a black bottle. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. My sister likes that one. I don't think she's a huge fan of this one, but I like this one better. I got to try both of them and I ended up really liking this one, so I got the rollerball one to sample. And the website, I'm just gonna read from the website because I didn't want to talk too much about it, but it's a really sexy scent. The website describes it as having red currant and exotic lychee. I didn't even know that. It wasn't until I just read it on the website. I was like, oh my god, lychee? But yeah, leading to a seductive heart of rose. So floral scents going on, but it also has a little bit of vanilla, just a little bit. You can't smell it too well, but it's there. You just know it's there, but definitely a good scent, mixed with vanilla and floral, and it also has like ember notes going on with it. So I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. I'm actually going to get the bigger bottle. If you don't know, the bottle is like a heel, like a high heel, and I just love that. I think that's just such a gorgeous design for a perfume. So we will be getting that one, pending the purchase as well, okay? Pending that purchase as well. But those are all the scents that I wanted to talk about in this video. It was really great working with Prada. I would totally do it again. It was really great working with, who else I worked with? L'Oreal. L'Oreal was really great to work with as well. And then Valentino. All of their perfumes are amazing. You definitely can find a scent that works for you. I feel like it's so important for every person to be able to find a scent that fits them. And so that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I definitely think Gabrielle is my scent, but I also love the YSL one, Libre Intense. Gorgeous scent. Again, if you guys have scents that you would recommend that I check out, please comment them. I will literally go to Sephora and get them. I'm not even joking. I will literally do it. So comment so I can check it out. Go to Sephora or Bloomingdale's, test it out. If I end up liking it, get the travel size. I honestly recommend, if you're someone who's slowly getting into different perfumes, always start off with travel size, okay? These bigger bottles are not cheap, all right? These bigger bottles, they cost money. All right, so definitely start off with getting the travel size, you know, work your way up to it. If you end up really liking it, you can always go back and get the full size. I think Ulta actually has a program where, like, if you buy a sample from them, you can actually come back. Or maybe this was just for Christmas, because I was there for Christmas and they had a whole thing where they were like, if you get the sample size of some of these, you could come back and get $15 off the full size, which I think is amazing. I think that's a really great deal to have, because you'll be able to test it out, and if you end up liking it, go back and you get a little discount. So highly recommend getting travel size, testing it out. If you end up liking it, go back and get that full size. All right, that's all I really have for you guys. So follow me on Instagram at Afroblisa, where you can check out the content, the rest of the content that I shot for a lot of these brands. Check out my TikTok. I also share some content on there. Okay, I need to start promoting my TikTok on here more, because I love TikTok. I love TikTok more than Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and everything. TikTok is like my favorite app right now. So follow me on TikTok, Afroblisa as well. Check out my brand's website. I'm always gonna plug in my brand. You guys already know. I will be releasing handbags very soon. Okay, they are still in the production stage, but they're like halfway through. Next month I should hopefully be getting them. It's gonna take a while for it to ship because it's coming from China, and so next month I should hopefully be getting in the mail, and we'll hopefully have it live on my website by early May. That's kind of where I'm targeting at. So check out my brand's Instagram at Afroblisa brand. Check out my website, www.afroblisobrand.com, and yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.